High up in the mountains, here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed. First position, front of the pack, and just behind us are Hadja, Crawford and Doohan. Fastest lap at the moment, 1:09.2.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And Golden Boy completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fittipaldi, Stroll, Joe, Hadja, Crawford, Novalak, Doohan, Ocon, Richard Verschoor, Théo Pourchaire, Iwasa, Russell, Hauger, Stanek, Albon, Miney, Magnussen, Leclerc, Bottas and Zane Maloney. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves? Big excitement? What?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go?
Here we go then. The formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. We're almost ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Top job, mate, top job, yes! I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you, well done.
High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Norris, and we're in front of Czy, Crawford and Stroll. The fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 02.3.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Golden Boy completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hadja, Fittipaldi, Crawford, Joe, Stroll, Novalak, Ocon, Richard Verschoor, Hauger, Doohan, Teo Pourchaire, Iwasa, Russell, Stanek, Magnussen, Maloney, Miney, Bottas, Albon, and Arthur Leclerc. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway. These are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, and failing that, within the points.
Place back. concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. So this rain could be with us for a while, light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Front of the pack, Norris behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters, and that's 33 laps to go. That's P1. Norris is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on a fresh set of inters. And that's 13 laps now until your pit window's open. Okay, 32 laps to go. That's 30 laps of fuel remaining. Nice move, good job. Fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. For a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Good work, we're in P4. Okay, Hadgers ahead of you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Zhu behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Our gap to first place, 2.8 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Caution, caution. Green flag. Nice move, keep going. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.7 in the championship. back, that's P1. Norris behind. They're on old intermediates. Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserved that race win, well done mate.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Austria, and a truly magnificent drive to hang on and take the win.
Well, another race victory today, and you can clearly see they're starting to believe in themselves more and more. You get to a stage, Crofty, where you become very hard to beat as a driver when you keep putting in performances like this one.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Our margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
Oh.
Thanks for stepping in and helping handle that.